Hey, do you know why Ghanaian women keep their pregnancies secret until after childbirth? Ghana is a land filled with several fascinating sights, a colorful culture, and wonderful people. It is no surprise then that it has continued to attract thousands of visitors from all over the world every year. In this episode, we explore the landmarks that have made Ghana popular all over the world. We also discuss the country's customs and traditions, unique folk stories, and lots more. This is the way of Ghana. Background. Ghana is a West African country bordered by Togo, Burkina Faso, and Côte d'Ivoire. Accra, Ghana's capital city, is also its largest, holding a population of 2,660,000. Unlike her neighbors, who are francophone countries, Ghana has English as its official language. This is a relic from its past as a part of the British Empire. Because of its strategic location on the West African coast, Ghana's coastal cities were crucial ports during the transatlantic slave trade era. Thousands of African slaves were shipped off to the Americas from outposts such as the Elmina Castle on Ghana's seacoast. In 1957, Ghana made history as the first sub-Saharan country to gain its national independence. Sights to see. Ghana is a beautiful country with several alluring tourist destinations scattered all over the land. Visitors to Ghana can see some of the several slave castles used in the slave trading era as transit camps where enslaved people were bought and kept before being transported to the New World. A trip to Cape Coast Castle and Elmina Castle, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites, should certainly be on your bucket list. At the Kim Kim Museum in Greater Accra, the story of the slavery struggle is told with dozens of sculptures and other artworks. As a tropical country, Ghana is blessed with several rainforest reserves such as the Tano Afan and Atiwa reserves. The country also has several wildlife parks which showcase the beauty of the country's fauna, and you can experience walking in a forest sky on the magical rainforest canopy walkway in Kakum National Park, taking in the amazing views of the surrounding jungle. Or meet Ghana's big game wildlife at the Mole National Park, where elephants, antelopes, baboons, and more can be seen. For a rooftop view of the country, you can take a hike up some of Ghana's mountain ranges, such as the 885-meter-tall Mount Afajado, the country's tallest peak. In the cool evenings, you can relax on some of Ghana's alluring beaches, such as the Labadi Beach, with its gold-colored sands and clear waters. Food and drink. Food and drink is of huge importance in Ghanaian culture. Ghana has a range of dishes that have become iconic symbols of the country. The most popular dish is probably jollof rice, a dish which is found in different varieties across West Africa. Jollof rice is prepared with rice and tomatoes, beef or fish, and pepper, onions, and spices. Ghanaians pride themselves on the quality of their country's jollof rice and have been involved in a long-standing social media beef with Nigerians and other West Africans over which country makes the best jollof. There is also banku, a meal made from corn or cassava dough and commonly eaten with a variety of soups and stews alongside fried or grilled fish. Ghanaians also love their waki, a beans and rice meal served with a tomato stew. If you want a lighter meal, consider kalawele, made from ripe fried plantains spiced with peppers, ginger, and other spices. Holidays. Ghanaians celebrate various holidays which hold cultural, religious, or traditional significance to the country. Ghana's national patriotic holidays are observed on March 6th, Independence Day, and September 21st, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day. On these days, parades, speeches, or carnivals are held. Republic Day, celebrated on July 1st, commemorates the country's establishment as a republic. Christmas is celebrated with church services, partying, and a host of festivities. Religious festivals such as Easter and Eid al-Fitr are also widely celebrated by its Christian and Muslim communities. However, several traditional festivals still remain very popular. For instance, there's the Homowo Festival, which is typically held around August and September in the Greater Accra region by the Ga people. This festival typically involves a period of fasting followed by the ritual sprinkling of food on the streets. The priest or priestess leads processions through the streets while the people follow, drumming, singing, and shooting muskets in celebration. The Homowo Festival is used to solicit the ancestors' blessings for the coming year. The festival also involves a variety of cultural events such as eating competitions and boat races. Folklore and mythology. Ghana has a rich tradition of myths, legends, and folk stories which have been passed down from generation to generation. Most of these are animal fables designed to impart morals such as hard work and respect into children. Anansi the spider figures prominently in many Ghanaian folk stories. Anansi is a trickster who relies on his wit and clever thinking to outsmart his bigger and stronger antagonists. There are also some horror figures such as Adzi, a blood-drinking creature, and Sasabansan, a cannibalistic monster. Dreadful witches also often appear as malevolent figures in local myths. Today, Ghanaian myths continue to inspire generations of musicians and other creatives in the country and remain a core part of its unique cultural identity. Customs. Ghana has several unique customs that reveal the peculiar worldview and culture of its people. The Ghanaian people have a reputation for being polite. People are very courteous, especially when speaking to people older than themselves. Requests, responses, and even personal introductions are commonly given with a please. Politeness is expected in communication, and a failure to say the appropriate amount of times can be interpreted as a sign of rudeness. Greetings are equally important in Ghana. Conversations commonly start with a formal time of the day greeting rather than a hi or hey. Furthermore, many Ghanaians generally operate on GMT, or Ghana Maybe time. This means that events and meetings generally kick off after the scheduled time. So, if you are invited to a meeting scheduled to start by 7 a.m., you can expect it to start an hour or more later. It is important to state, however, that this mainly applies to informal events and occasions, and punctuality is generally expected in formal meetings. Funerals and weddings in Ghana are often elaborate and expensive affairs. At funerals, relatives of the deceased wear black and red clothing and participate in processions. You can expect a big party with lots of food and drinks at Ghanaian weddings. New babies are introduced to the community with elaborate naming ceremonies in which they are formally given their names and presented with gifts. On these occasions, Ghanaians love to dress in their traditional attire such as kente and ankara. Ghanaians are very spiritual people, and most of them have very strong attachments to their religious faiths. Moreover, traditional beliefs still remain popular in the country. One of these beliefs is that fetuses are vulnerable to spiritual attacks by witches who have the power to cause miscarriages. To avoid attracting the attention of these malevolent spirits, many Ghanaian women hide their pregnancies from the public, especially at its early stages. Furthermore, Ghanaian culture is relatively conservative, and making public displays of affection with your significant other can make people around you uncomfortable. When visiting people in Ghana, be sure to bring a drink along. While this is not mandatory, it is viewed as a sign of courtesy and respect for your hosts. Sports. Ghanaians are big sports lovers, and various sports are enjoyed in the country. Football or soccer is easily Ghana's most popular sport. The game is played at various different levels, from local kickabouts to professionally organized league matches. The Black Stars, Ghana's senior men's national football team, enjoy massive support from their countrymen. Their games are watched live by thousands of Ghanaians, and victories often result in widespread celebrations. Visitors can witness Ghanaian league football matches at any of the sports stadiums around the country. Boxing and basketball, among other sports, are also popular. General travel tips. As with any other country, it is important to carry out some research on Ghana before visiting it. If you are from an English-speaking country, you would have almost no communication difficulties at all, as most Ghanaians speak the language. Being in the tropics, Ghana can be quite sunny and hot at most times of the year. Be sure to bring some sunscreen and sunshades and stay well hydrated throughout the day. As the quality of tap water is questionable in most parts of the country, it is best to drink bottled water instead. The Ghanaian people are generally friendly and eager to help, but it is necessary to beware of scammers and pickpockets, especially in the urban areas. Although the country is relatively stable and safe, you'll be well advised to minimize your movements out in the city after dark. It is recommended to always move out with a local guide who understands the local people and terrain. What aspect of Ghana's culture did you find most fascinating? Would you love to visit the country someday? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for watching.